clears. We're tired of sopping up hopelessness, drinking despair. So we categorically demand our God-given share of a land we all built with our blood. We got a voice. We got a voice. We are Americans of African ascent. Is it our mental acuity they've gone to resent? Or our two-sided story in this three-act play with their pejorative media ever poised to sway a silent majority of compulsive thinkers to judge us askance through broken blinkers for those not compliant, behaved, and docile? Even archaeologists know that kind of thing is a fossil. We've got the wisdom, the wit, and the so help me God. We know that sometimes they falsify our beliefs and how we're going to go about believing what we believe about ourselves. We are the people that first built this earth. Our blood is from the dirt that first built man. So I want to say today, we got a voice. That's our voice. My name is Pepi Talbert. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Bryan Newell, and today I want to talk about National Nelson Mandela Day. And one thing I learned is it was the title of a book that I read, and it was called "If Your Dream Is Not Big Enough, Then the Facts Don't Count." And that's what most people don't know, is that if your dream is big enough, then you can do all things in Christ that strengthens you. And should not be in your vocabulary, but you should say that I can do all things. And I remember my dad used to say that you're going to be a future architect, you're going to be a future architect. But in my mind, I always wanted to go and save people's lives and help each other out, because that's what our world and our society does. They do not help others out, and they only think about themselves. But today, when you dream, just remember that your dreams can go from miles away and from different points and standpoints, but you have to remember that it's what you want to do, and that you can do all things in Christ that strengthens you. And that's what a lot of young people do. They don't realize that they can do things. And the senseless killings in Chicago it's senseless. I mean, it doesn't have any sense to it. And we as people and black people need to know that Martin Luther King had a dream. And his dream was for all people of different races to come together and join as one. And that's what most people don't realize, is that we are one. We're not one or two, we're not two or three, we are one. And I remember, that I did a poem, and it was called Man of Valor. And in this particular poem, I made my poem into I have a dream speech. And in this poem, I said that we needed a real man of valor to stand up and to quit being a coward. And today, we need to know that we need real men to stand up and to come speak to our young men in the city of Chicago, and to come and speak to the young men that are in jails and that are incarcerated. And what I would like to say is to dream big. Thank you, and have a blessed day.
Hello, my name is Ms. Standberry. I'm a president of the International Prolife Federation, and our organization is a non-for-profit NGO for men, women, and children of all ages and cultures. We are humanitarian, educational, and we are an organization against Roe v. Wade. So we try to promote that, and I'm so thankful that as of today, I have 4 chapters in Africa, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, and Kenya. And I'm so thankful to have young black African men standing up for the right to life. And this is so important on this day of celebrating International Nelson Mandela Day. You know, Nelson Mandela, for 26 years, you know, just being incarcerated in Robben Island and just doing that. And it's sort of like my brother, Brinsley Standberry Jr., honor Marine, 2 degrees, incarcerated now 22 years on a unjust case of rape, yes, no type of a rape case. So now it's 22 years for my brother. You know, that's already very nasty. The unjust laws and the thing that happened to Trayvon Martin, you know, I know that I want to people, the parents, they don't want us to be violent and reactionary, but I think we need some adrenaline in this situation. I think to be affirmative and to speak out is sort of like carrying on the Martin Luther King dream, you know, carrying on the Martin Luther King struggle for civil rights. We still have to know that we have to really voice our dislikes. You know, we can not be violent about it, but we still got to make a difference. And we know that peace, love and peace rules, and in the end, it works. But like to me, at this time in my life, because of the what Florida is doing on Sundays, and I cannot seem to reach out to all these millions and millions of churches. You know, I can go to the National Council of Churches, and there's so many denominations, and so many people who are in the church, and you got so many preachers, and you know, they're just too silent on this abortion issue, and that's the most important issue, life, keeping life going. Our preachers stand up. You know, I want the preachers in the churches to hear my message, and it's directly devoted to them, and I'm reaching out to them. Open your mouths about the wrongness of killing babies in the womb. Open your mouths, preachers, teachers, elders in the church. There's so many people that probably wouldn't have it, but God is waiting on his church to do that. So on this day, I would just like to say that, you know, the right to life, respect for life, a whole lot of violence would stop. Salute to Nelson Mandela, my diva. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to International Mandela Day. It is a joyous occasion as we celebrate Nelson Mandela's birthday. This evening, it is our pleasure, on behalf of the Queen Diva Productions, to salute one of the most outstanding men in history from the 20th century. Ladies and gentlemen, Nelson Mandela is a name that we all recognize and know. If it wasn't for this great leader giving you an end to apartheid, we wouldn't be celebrating here today. But like the others from our history, we can name quite a few. But this being the International Day for Nelson Mandela, we will not mention the others. We know that you have them embedded in your minds, in your hearts, and in your history books. International Mandela Day would not be possible without this beautiful young woman, Miss Ernestine Standberry, as she comes to the runway. Won't you put your hands together? Put your hands together. Our producer, Miss Ernestine Standberry, would like to speak about Nelson Mandela International Day. How are you, Miss Ernestine?
I'm fine, Carol. I'm so glad that we're having this show, and everyone looks so beautiful, and I'm so glad to be in it. And because it's such a great thing, and I'm gonna get this show to Mandela, and it's also going to be in the Mandela University. So I work really good with the computers, so we will be all over.
Well, that sounds very, very good. And what are you wearing this evening as we salute International Mandela Day, as we say happy birthday to Nelson Mandela, the first black president of South Africa in 1994. Ladies and gentlemen, let Miss Ernestine walk the runway. Walk, Ernestine, if you will. She's giving you this beautiful tangerine and peach, beautiful African attire, accented, if you will, in turquoise, the print, highlighted, if you will, with a 3/4 sleeve. And look how she adorns and steps out. She looks absolutely marvelous. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, our producer, Ernestine Standberry. Give her a big round of applause. As we get ready for our performance, we would like to introduce the garments here this afternoon from the collection of Musu International African Attire. All of these garments have been donated for International Mandela Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that you're ready for a fantastic show. My name is Carol Dunbar, and I know I deserve a big round of applause, don't I? We are looking so forward to showing you all of the beautiful pieces from the Musu Fashion Collection. But before we do that, we have a singer. And we're going to bring on our singer. She's 18 years young. And her name is Diamond Johnson. So if you will, put your hands together for Diamond Johnson. Come on up, Diamond, giving you her version of Jennifer Hudson's beautiful song.
Thank you. You're welcome. Look at me. Look at me. I am changing, trying every way I can. I am changing. I'll be better than I am. I'm trying to work it out, and I know that I can, but I need you, I need you, I need a hand. I am changing, seeing everything so clear. I am changing. I'm gonna start right now, right here. But I'm hoping to work it out. And I know that I can. Oh, that would be just fine. I know it's gonna work out this time. 'Cause this time I am. This time I am. I am changing, seeing everything so clear. I am changing. Yes, I know how. I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna leave my past behind. I changed my life. I make a bow, and nothing's gonna stop me now.
Wow, of that come from? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Diamond Johnson.